Melanoma. It's the most common form of cancer in adults from ages 20 to 30, and it is the leading cause of death in women ages 25 to 30. Some Mississippi legislators tried to make a safer tomorrow for our youth. I'm Allison Humphrey, bringing you the story.
Helping others, I'm Jared Shields, and today we take a look at how an MSU center is supporting those with special needs.
The music is loud at the Joe Frank Sanderson Center. Stay tuned to find out why.
Welcome to Take 30 News. I'm Anna Elizabeth Byes.
And I'm Jared Shields. It's looking like a family affair. In January, we told you about a rental car ripoff in Starkville, where police arrested 20-year-old Justin Drake, who they say stole 2 vehicles from Enterprise on Highway 12. Now another arrest in that case, Justin's cousin, 21-year-old Jeffrey Drake. Both men face felony charges for stealing vehicles. Starkville police say a Tupelo man kidnapped, assaulted someone and broke into a home on Sunday morning. They saw 32-year-old Tyler Davis burglarized a home on West Bound Street, choked a female victim, and took her to Tupelo against her will. Police are still investigating and ask you to call Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers at 1-800-530-7151 if you have more information.
President Donald Trump's border emergency still stands as a vote. After Tuesday, the House vote failed to overturn the president's first veto. According to AP, Congress previously tried to end the president's national emergency, but Trump vetoed Congress's resolution in March. The vote held earlier Tuesday attempted to end the border emergency by overriding the veto. House legislators voted 248 to 181 to override the veto, falling 38 votes short of the needed 2/3 margin. Sources report that under the national emergency, the president says that they will move $3.6 billion from military construction funding to help build the border wall. Here in Mississippi, state budget leaders say they had more money than they thought they would this year, to the tune of $202 million. Some lawmakers want to use the money to give teachers a pay raise. Mississippi teachers are currently paid $6,000 less than the average teacher in the Southeast. Leaders are discussing who would get raises and how.
A community hit hard by tragedy 7 years ago is grieving again. In 2012, we mourned over the loss of 20 children and 6 adults in the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. The mass shooting was the 4th deadliest by a single person in U.S. history. Police say Jeremy Richmond, the father to the 6-year-old Sandy Hook Elementary School victim, Aviel Richmond, was found dead in his Connecticut office building. Monday morning, police are not going into details and are only saying the death does not appear suspicious. After Sandy Hook, Richmond co-founded a nonprofit focusing on violence prevention. Richmond's death comes after the Parkland, Florida community grieves the loss of 2 Parkland shooting survivors who recently died by suicide. If you or someone you know is at risk of suicide, contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255.
Their mission is to help others, but now a group needs help.
That's right, a Mississippi State University group that helps children with special needs is asking for your help. MSU's T.K. Martin Center for Technology and Disability offers services like wheelchair fittings, free classes for dyslexic children, and an art program for those with disabilities. While the main functions of the facility are paid by grants or insurance, the center sometimes struggles with keeping their supplies stocked.
Little things like paper towels. We go through paper towels so fast, but it adds up. X-ray markers, we go, and the dyslexia program goes through them constantly. Note cards are using dyslexia as well. Clorox wipes, these kids go through like crazy, and it's just because, they're kids. You want to keep them safe, you want to keep this clean.
The shortage of stock has caused some of the staff to buy the center supplies completely out of their own pockets at times. This led the T.K. Martin Center's ambassadors to begin a donation drive campaign to help restock the center. Right now, the center is asking for donations in the form of tissues, paper towels, supplies, and other art equipment that could help them keep supporting their students and artists. The
The supply drive is set to continue through March 29th, and TK Martin Center ambassadors believe that the money saved from the donations will help the center cut down on costs and save money to fund other projects for students and attendees.
I think it's important, but it also gives people a chance in the community to give back. But don't ever be afraid just to like come up to the center one day and be like, how can I get involved? Or give us a call or shoot us an email saying like, I really want to get involved in some way. How can I help?
For more information on TK Martin Center's donation drive, you can find the link on our Take 30 News Facebook page. Coming up, not your average workout, why a local women's aerobics class is becoming increasingly popular.
Take 30 News is the only student-powered television news program at Mississippi State.
We've got the latest weather report.
We go far and wide to tell you the stories you need to hear from your campus. From parking
spots are becoming more and more scarce.
To sports.
Also, the opening of the new Polk DeMint Stadium.
To how to stay healthy.
It is supposed to lessen your symptoms.
Take 30 News is the news you need, wrapped in maroon and white.
You know the scene in those popular TV crime shows when the investigators show up? The one where they scratch their heads while trying to figure out who committed the homicide and when? At Mississippi State University, we're solving mysteries behind real-life crime scenes with forensic research that's a first of its kind. Teaming with microbiologists from around the country, we're examining microscopic bacteria that can help solve real murders. So far, our partnership with a major metropolitan medical examiner is yielding results with more than 200 real-life crime samples analyzed. We're learning how microbiomes change and relocate, uncovering evidence in criminal investigations by better pinpointing time of death. Way more exciting than being a TV detective. We're finding crucial answers when they're needed most. Solving mysteries with science, that's worth watching.
I'm Cash Matlock from the Wednesday crew in the fall of 2018.
Learning, growing, becoming. Take 30 News at MSU.
Welcome back. Advocates say the fight to ban teen tanning shouldn't end, even though a bill that would have done just that did not pass.
That's right, Take 30's Allison Humphrey explains why there won't be a tanning ban this year.
At the beginning of 2019, some Mississippi legislators tried to bring a safe change to our youth. Senate Bill number 2847 was brought to the House in February. From the beginning of the bill, it quotes, to prohibit the use of tanning devices at tanning facilities by children under age 18. Anna Catherine Pickle used the tanning bed throughout high school. When she was in college, she started taking notice of the effects it had on her skin. She decided to use and promote a safer alternative, spray tanning.
Really took a notice of the effects it was having on my skin. About my senior year of college, I could really start to see just some lines in my face coming up that were probably a little premature for, 22-year-old, 21-year-old. A lot of people feel like, at least in my experience, that melanoma may just be a weird mole that you get removed or something frozen off. And I don't think a lot of people understand that melanoma can metastasize just like any other cancer. So it can move to any organ. There's, no cell is safe really in the body. And I actually have a girl I went to high school with, and her older sister just passed away because she had melanoma that metastasized.
On March 5th, the bill died. I contacted the Mississippi House of Representatives to find out why. The chairman of Public Health and Human Services, Representative Sam Mims, never brought the bill to the floor. Therefore, the bill died. For Take 30 News, I am Allison Humphrey.
Lawmakers say the bill will not be voted on this year, but we might see it come back next year. Pickle said lawmakers need to, quote, put the health of younger generations before profit of any industry. She hopes to see a ban soon. A former cheerleader has found a new way to stay in the groove, Jared.
Take 30's Isaiah Smith has more on the dance class that could be coming to more gyms and other universities.
Right behind me is a new hip-hop class called Hip Hop Intensive created by Ashley Davis.
It's a class for like former dancers, cheerleaders, gymnasts, or just someone that wants to get more dance experience. They come in every week and I teach a new combo. I come up with a dance every single week. So we just went I went up to my boss and I was like, look, I want to start a new class and I know that's going to get really big and all this stuff. So I did a demo for the board of directors here at the Sanderson, and then we got it started this semester. It's our first time ever, so I'm really excited. It's been an awesome start to the year, and I'm super excited to see where this can go. Here we go, throw it! You ready to do this again with the music? Let's go, let's get it. Going into it, I just really want to be confident in myself and just make sure that I can give my students the best class that I can possible. You all look so good, I'm proud.
I love coming to Ashley's class. The energy, it's always amazing in here. We're always so hyped. We really feed off of each other. Ashley's an amazing teacher. She really goes out of her way to make sure that we have the choreography, and I love everything about it.
Ashley recently got invited to a fitness symposium called Evolve. She says we will be teaching other instructors from all over the country on how to teach her class at their own gyms. This event will be in the University of Florida later this month. Now, don't go anywhere. We have more Take 30 after the break.
The sense of place. We all have it. Often grown from deep roots in small-town communities. At Mississippi State University, our Carl Small Town Center is strengthening these ties. With nearly 40 years of making a difference, we're revitalizing communities into welcoming places to work, live, and congregate. By weaving together the best pieces of our past with modern technology and amenities, we're creating the hometowns of the future. Places where lifetime memories can be made, where you have all the things you need, along with all the things you want. Through partnerships with our communities, we're identifying improvement opportunities, recommending paths forward, and creating the plans for a better tomorrow. If you want to have a big impact in the world, you have to start small. At Mississippi State University, we're starting in the Gulf of Mexico, where a small but crucial barrier island is quickly fading from view. Millions of state dollars are spent dredging sand to replace the vanishing shores of Deer Island, but we think we can do better. We're applying cutting-edge sediment tracers to map the flow of currents and predict the course of sand that's carried out to sea, a process that will help us better understand the drastic transformation taking place. While this is a more cost-effective way to prevent the loss of an island, it's about so much more than saving dollars. It's about taking the first step in a long process to preserve our environment and secure a better, brighter tomorrow. We might be starting small, but rest assured, at Mississippi State University, we're dreaming big.
Starkville-based startup company Glow has teamed up with the City of Starkville in order to add lights onto University Drive. The city has added lighting strips with built-in sensors that light up as people walk by. Hagen Walker, the CEO of Glow, proposed this idea to the mayor with the hopes of making the pathway safer. The strips can be found on the bridge on University Drive.
The second annual Starkville Pride is officially underway. There's a kickoff concert at Rick's Cafe on Friday night starting at 8. Saturday morning starts with a queer art market at 8 at Fire Station Park. At 11, the Pride Parade begins. The route begins at Fire Station Park and goes through downtown. There's a drag show at 8:30 at Rick's Cafe Saturday night. In less than 1 hour, Mississippi State's LGBTQ Union Student Organization and the Holmes Cultural Diversity Center will hold a panel discussion in the Culver Student Union's Folks Auditorium. Interested members of the campus community can engage in conversations on how religions influence the LGBTQ community. Admission is free and the event starts at 5. You can take a step back in time as the MSU Library is hosting the 13th consecutive Templeton Ragtime and Jazz Museum. Organizers say they're bringing the spirit and sounds of the late 19th and early 20th centuries to the Mitchell Memorial Library tomorrow through Saturday. The festival kicks off at 6 p.m. tomorrow in the library's main lobby in the 6th annual Gatsby Gala. The fashion show features 1920s apparel designed by MSU's School of Human Sciences Fashion Design and Merchandising students and modeled by MSU Fashion Board members. Internationally renowned pianist and 6-year festival artistic director Jeff Barnhart will provide music. Gala admission is free, and attendees are encouraged to wear their best 1920s inspired outfits. Daytime museum tours, informative talks, meet the artist, segments, and educational seminars will take place this weekend. World-renowned musicians will perform ragtime, early jazz, blues, swing, and early rock and roll during 7:30 p.m. concerts on Friday and Saturday in the main stage theater at McComas Hall. Tickets are $15. Coming up on Take 30 Sports, Brevin Luckett will take a look at MSU's NCAA tournament play.
We all depend on accurate weather forecasts to plan our day. That's why Mississippi State University is teaching students to forecast the future using real-world news sets as classrooms, putting scientific discoveries in meteorology to the test, while honing on-air reporting skills real-time with local TV stations. And we do it so well that at any given moment across the country, 1 in 3 weather forecasts are being delivered by MSU-trained meteorologists who are helping people make crucial decisions that impact their safety, working to ensure business continuity, and in many cases, saving lives. Predicting the future? That's what we're preparing for every single day so that you can prepare for your day.
Welcome to Take 30 Sports. I'm Brevin Luckett. Mississippi State's women's basketball team advances to the Sweet 16 for the 4th consecutive year under the Vic Schaefer coaching administration. This is Schaefer's 7th season coaching the women's basketball team with an impressive win-loss record of 191-55. The Lady Bulldogs faced off in the second round against the 9th-seeded Clemson Tigers after a dominating first half where the defense held Clemson to 22 points in the first 2 quarters and scored 41 points. The Bulldogs, led by senior SEC player and Defensive Player of the Year, Tierra McCowan, who scored 30 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 blocks. The Bulldogs easily secured the 85-61 victory over the Tigers as they now prepare for their next match on Friday against Arizona State. The men's basketball team also made the NCAA tournament for the first time in 10 years, which brought plenty of excitement to MSU fans. Despite the valiant effort of senior guard Quindary Weatherspoon and the rest of the team, the Bulldogs fell to the Liberty Flames 80-76. Quindary Weatherspoon scored 27 points on 50% shooting from the field, and Lamar Peters also added 21 points. The Bulldogs gave up a 10-point lead in the last 7 minutes of the game. The number 4 ranked Diamond Bulldogs of Mississippi State now have a 22-3 regular season record and are now 4-2 in SEC play. However, they've won both of the SEC series that they've played in so far, each one against a ranked opponent. Saturday, the Bulldogs faced off against the Auburn Tigers. Senior Jake Mangum was the first Bulldog to score in this offensive showcase displayed by both teams after being set up by sophomore Tanner Allen and scoring on the sacrifice fly from senior Elijah McNamee to make it a 1-0 score after the first inning. Auburn scored 7 runs in the 4th inning to make the game more interesting. MSU would then add 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th to give the Dogs a game-clinching 20-15 lead. The Mangum singled to start the inning before a Westberg double brought him home. Foscue then singled before Skeleton hit a 3-run home run to left center. The MSU football team hosted their annual pro day this morning. Players trying to enter the NFL were given the opportunity to showcase their skills in front of NFL scouts. Jeffrey Simmons was limited due to his previous injury, but was able to get a 28 reps in on the bench press. Following their NFL combine performances, Montez Sweat and Jonathan Abrams both performed really well again today. Simmons, Sweat, and Abrams are all expected to be first-round draft picks. NFL scouts also got to see a new side of quarterback Nick Fitzgerald as he ran tight end drills and routes after showcasing his passing abilities. The 2019 NFL Draft will begin Thursday, April 25th. That is all we have for sports, but don't go anywhere. There's more Take 30 after the break.
Flight. It's driven mankind's dreams for centuries. The ability to soar above the earth, to travel to faraway places, to connect distant points. Manned flights to the moon and space were once the stars for which we reached. Now, unmanned aircraft are the future. At Mississippi State University, our teams are developing unmatched unmanned aircraft systems for an array of critical applications. We're so good at it, the Federal Aviation Administration named MSU a Center of Excellence in the field, asking us to lead the team that's creating the operating regulations for unmanned aircraft systems worldwide. So essentially, we're writing the flight plan for an industry that is the future. Our work means better information, more opportunity, and limitless horizons for you. The sky really is the only limit. It's hard to fathom. By the year 2050, Earth will be home to 3 billion more people than today. And with rising populations and dwindling resources, one of the most pressing questions is a stark one. How will we feed everyone? At Mississippi State University, we're preparing a meal table where there's a seat for all of us. As one of the nation's leading research universities, our scientists are deploying technology to enhance crop production, developing vaccines to protect aquaculture, working to boost water resources here at home and in communities around the globe. And by partnering with the League of International Universities and the United Nations, we're guaranteeing that global food security is a priority for years to come. As our world grows, so do the challenges. But when it comes to how we will feed everyone, rest assured, Mississippi State has all options on the table.
A $1.47 billion contract has been given to Pascagoula Shipyard by the U.S. Navy. According to AP, this award comes after a 2018 plan for Ingalls Shipbuilding to design and construct the next ship in the San Antonio Amphibious Transport class. The new ship would be the first of its class to use a modified design. Almost 70% of Navy ships in use have been built by the shipyard. And according to AP, the company says work on the new ship should begin in 2020. According to the Associated Press, the Tau Kappa Epsilon fraternity at the University of Georgia has been suspended after a video surfaced online of members using racial slurs while whipping other students with a belt. The video is said to have been recorded off campus and was not a part of any official fraternity events. The university and TKE's Nation organization both released statements condemning the students' actions and are currently investigating the events.
The opera production program in Mississippi State's Department of Music is presenting its performances of Suor Angelica by Giacomo Puccini. The show will feature an all-female cast and an orchestra comprised of MSU students, members of Starkville community, and the Capstone String Quartet from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. The show will take place on March 29th and 30th at First United Methodist Church's Connection Center. Tickets are $10 for general admission and $5 for students and can be purchased at the door or reserved in advance by contacting Kathy Evans by email or by phone. The International Film Festival at Mississippi State.
The 2019 International Film Festival at Mississippi State begins Friday and features 3 diverse films ranging from family comedy to coming-of-age drama. Organizers say they hope the second annual event exposes MSU students to global cultures and creates excitement for the upcoming International Fiesta next month. Film festival participants will have the opportunity to enter a raffle for a free meal during next month's International Fiesta. Organizers say because Starkville has limited access to independent or international films, this film festival is, quote, a wonderful way to share thought-provoking movies and, quote, helps us understand our place in the larger world. The movies include Call Me By Your Name, that'll be March 30th at 4 p.m. in McCool Hall's Taylor Auditorium, and 102 and Not Out April 4th at 5 p.m. in Old Main Auditorium.
Well, that is all we have for today. I am Anna Elizabeth Byes, but if you would like to watch our past shows, all you have to do is go on YouTube and go to Take 30 News, Mississippi State University, and you can pull up any of our shows from this season and also catch the Thursday crew tomorrow at 4 p.m. live. But thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'm Jared Shields. Remember, you can catch our show of Take 30 News every Wednesday. Good night, everyone.